Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here, coming at you with another interesting video today. Now, I'm going to be talking about Christian Dave Daubenmire again because I have to be honest, things are basically starting to pop up about him and his religious circle of immoral misfits that he has over there. Now, did you guys know that Mr. Dave Daubenmire and his circle of morally bankrupt Christians support murder? Which is hypocritical to say the least because they are constantly complaining about how brutal Muslims are. They continue to say the Muslims have to be stopped and they cannot be allowed to kill anymore, get them all out of the country, etc., while simultaneously wanting people to hang from ropes. Do you guys see the problem here? Do you guys see the hypocrisy? I know that I do. I think that it basically boils down to these Christians having what I have been talking about for a while now, and that is a tribalistic mentality. Everything being done out there isn't cool unless we're doing it. These absurd Christians make me laugh, guys. I will tell you guys that much. So let's get into this nonsense. Now, the story itself starts off by saying, as Republicans in Congress are rushing to microphones to accuse Democrats of toxic rhetoric that they believe called one Illinois man to open fire on elected officials, one pastor is agreeing with such speech from a Republican activist. During right-wing radio host Dave Daubenmire's Wednesday webcast, fellow activist Sheila Zielinski claimed that God caused Hillary Clinton's health problems as a response to her own prayer. She went on to say that Governor Jerry Brown, a Democrat from California, should be hanging from a rope, Right Wing Watch reported. Christians are not being taught spiritual warfare, Zelensky said, cautioning that they are not exercising their dominion over the earth. She urged them to go on the offensive against demonic spirits that rule the world. We have weapons that are not carnal, and we should have that same attitude toward the devil. You just come and try it. I will beat you down with the blood of Jesus, pal, she confirmed. We really actually have these ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missile, in the spirit, and we can bind, we can lose. I said every day of the campaign, I suffer the witch not to live. And Hillary Clinton, not very long after that, she was having all sorts of crazy episodes. While praising President Donald Trump for pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord, she called Brown a treasonous huckster and repeated her call that he should be hanging from a rope in the town square. Christian Dave Daubenmire replied with, Amen. First and foremost, I would like to mention that I hope that the victims of the shooting are doing okay. My thoughts go out to them, their families, and their friends. As far as I'm concerned, nobody should be subjected to violence like this. Violence is only going to make things worse, and absolutely nothing will get done. I may never understand why these Christians think that it's perfectly fine to issue death threats or literally champion someone dying. To tell you guys the truth, I am beginning to think that Christianity has basically created this hatred that is within them, and they are proud of it. That is the disturbing part about all of this. Their hypocritical and morally bankrupt positions have to be revealed here, and I think that it is very important to do that. Because again, while they think that it's perfectly fine to issue death threats and champion someone's death, they are also at the same time complaining about Muslims and the left wanting to kill them. And according to these Christians, both the Muslims and the left have to be stopped because what they are doing is harmful. Yeah, I would let that word harmful sink in there for a minute. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. What a lot of Muslims out there right now are doing in the world is harmful and they do have to be stopped. However, you Christians cannot sit there and condemn acts of violence while championing other acts of violence. That within itself makes you guys look like shit, and that is why I'm here to point it all out. Now, I know that these morally bankrupt Christians and many others like them probably won't pay attention to any of this, which is not surprising because these Christians are not exactly known for paying attention to facts. Facts and reality is just too painful for them and their precious religion. One of the parts that makes me laugh is the fact that when they promote violence and death, they are essentially saying that they are doing it because they feel that they have to defend themselves and that there is no crooked agenda behind it. When I first heard about their excuse, I literally laughed my ass off, guys. These Christians like to hide under this excuse because it's all about control for them. They want complete control over everything. They don't care about who they have to damage to get that control either. It's actually kind of sad when you think about it. That is why I have been saying for years that Christianity in its entirety is morally bankrupt and dangerous. I will continue to say these things because they are the truth. You Christians should be like me. I say that because I am against all violence. I do not care which side it's coming from. I don't condone it and I never will support it. I do not let a fairy tale decide what I am going to do and what I can't do. You guys are the ones that are essentially ripping apart the Constitution. You guys are the ones that are trying to take away women's rights. You guys are the ones that are promoting violence and mayhem. I'm not doing any of these things, and you will never catch me doing any of them, period. Now, I often wonder what these Christians would think if someone was trying to do to them what they are doing to others. I'm willing to bet that they would be probably screaming off of the rooftops. We all basically know how this would turn out, right? Finally, I want to say that this is one of the reasons why I cannot stand Christianity. It promotes violence, and these Christians promote it as well. It is sickening, and it does have to come to an end at some point. I know that these Christians are going to continue on with their bigotry and hatred. That is okay, though, because I'm going to continue to shine a light on them and their idiocy that they promote. I have to do it. Christians are getting away with way too much in this country.